Hey there.
Hello.
We are live.
Hi. I'm half live.
You're half live. While Lisa's putting on her makeup, let me introduce you to her.
Hey,
This is
everybody.
Lisa Landry driving around in Oklahoma.
I am a passenger in Smokelahoma.
In Smokelahoma. She's been on Half Hour Comedy Central Special, Law and Order SVU, and Comics Unleashed. And she's been nice enough to come on and hang out with me for an hour or
I'm
so.
happy to I'm happy to be here with you. I haven't been to the salon because they've all been closed.
Yeah.
You could go to our strip clubs by appointment, and you can go to our dispensaries, but you can't get your hair done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of logic in that.
Yeah. I got a pocket hair. Hey. I did not get my roots done before we were quarantined.
Yeah, well,
Or
I
my
don't think
nails.
many people expect to be quarantined for 2 months. So,
Yeah.
but your hair looks good. Your hair looks
You're,
good.
you're very sweet. It's getting big again. I like that.
Yeah, my hair will never look like that.
We could do your hair like this. We just got to keep you indoors for another few months.
That'll never happen.
No.
I'll save it before it ever happens. So, for those of you who are joining us, if you want to comment or like, just please go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give them permission to post on your behalf so we can see your comments. So, and again, this is Lisa Landry. So, Lisa, I see that you're in the sunshiny state of Oklahoma. I know that's where you live now. How are you doing?
I like it here. You know, I put myself into witness protection. I figured I pissed off the East Providence Mafia, and I'm a do-it-yourselfer, so I just went ahead and moved myself out here.
But you like it out there, right?
I do love it. My girlfriend's from here. She's actually about to kill me right now. We almost got hit by a pickup truck.
Well, I don't want to see that. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, tell her to drive nice. Drive safe. Drive safe.
She doesn't drive safe. She's awesome. My girl is awesome. She's the best. She's the best. She's an amazing partner, and she's wonderful. But her driving really scares me sometimes. And I've made peace with the fact that my car is from the Korean Peninsula, so it's used to people who don't really drive the same way I do, and I should just be cool about it. My car is manufactured for her to drive.
That's funny.
Can we say things like that?
I don't care what you say.
Can we say things like that? I don't do comedy that much anymore. I'm just doing school, you know.
Oh, I know that you have some stuff lined up in Arizona in November right now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Where am I?
In November, you're at Stir Crazy Comedy in Arizona.
Oh, I don't think so.
It says so on your website. Maybe that's old, though.
That might be old. I've been studying. I've just been immersed in school and Smokelahoma.
In Smokelahoma.
Smokelahoma.
Hey, Nikki Rooney.
Huh?
I said, hi, Nikki Rooney. So if you look on your phone, you should be able to see when people pop up.
Hello, Nikki. She's awesome. Hey.
Yeah. So before we get going, I want to do a clip of you doing your stand-up.
Okay.
This is Blind Date. I have two clips that I want to show because I think they're both very funny. So let's start with this one and then we'll talk, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Try not to get killed while we're watching. Don't have Kim watch this. All right, here we go.
I had a blind date recently because my girlfriend still let me think for myself anymore, like a preemptive intervention. And I said a prayer before this guy came to get me because I know I'd give my heart away quick. I fall in love like that. I said, just give me a sign. Let me know what I'm dealing with before I give my heart away. Please. I open my front door. He is standing there in pajama bottoms. First date, he's coming for a sleepover. And I should have shut the door right there. I understand that, y'all. I know that, but I'm curious. I had to find out. Where is he taking me? We're gonna go to Old Navy, hit that clearance rack. What the fuck is gonna happen? Don't you love that, ladies? When a man opens the car door for you? Oh my gosh. Always. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna blow you because I feel like a princess. It's a flashback over there. It's a flashback. They just high-fived each other. So I'm in the car, and he's in his driver's seat, and he started speaking Italian to me, right? Sexy, but it wasn't that sexy European Italian. It was Brooklyn. So you a good girl? Huh? You a good girl? Or you a bad girl? Because if you're a good girl, I'm gonna take you to the observatory. But if you're a bad girl, we going to the strip club together right now. Like, I'm not gonna drop you off and go without you later. I'm thinking, amen. He's so crazy, he's completely honest. I appreciate that candor. Yeah, but I told him, you're gonna take me to the observatory because, see, I'm a good girl with enough bad girl experience to know it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and all the ugly bitches are dancing right now. I don't know a lot about stripper world, but I've been to one of those places in the middle of the daytime. It ain't the A-team at work. It's the D-team. Not the double D, the doggy dog, woof woof, bow wow, scary scary, SPC A-team. I said, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to work Jedi mind tricks on me, so I feel cute in comparison to my skanky sisters working the afternoon shift. So I might feel like getting naked with you later. I don't think so, Blair. You take me to the observatory. I'm a good girl. So we went, and things got awkward, which they always will on any first date. That is standard. You know, we're all human. But gentlemen, let me give you some advice. And I don't know a lot, but let me share this with you. On a first date, don't talk too much. You don't need to. Just touch our elbow and tell us we're fascinating and beautiful. That's all you got to do. You know, you're halfway in. Don't cock block. Because see what happens on a first date is everybody's got nervous energy. And women, we can channel that better. See, women, we talk so damn much, we can keep a conversation about bullshit going 25, 35, 45 days. Men are not wired like that. And the more you talk, the creepier you seem. We were walking through the observatory. He asked me the strangest question anybody's ever asked. What was your favorite planet when you were a kid? So I said Earth, because, you know, home team. And I said, how about you? He says, the moon. He's crazy and he's stupid, please. God, don't let him have a big dick. Oh,
Hey, we're back.
Hello.
That was a great set. I love that set.
You're so fun.
I love watching you perform. You're one of my favorite comics.
You're one of my favorite comics too. I'm a blush now. That's so
Well,
sweet.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
You're one of my favorite people to work with.
Did you make it home?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
We have to stop first.
It's
Oklahoma. You don't just go right home. There's always something to do.
What is there to do in Oklahoma?
No, there actually is stuff to do out here.
Like walk?
There's lots of walks. There's cows. There's horses.
Yeah?
There's goats.
So you just go and stare at the cows while you're there?
No, that would be rude.
That would be rude, wouldn't it?
They like to be talked to and milked.
Oh, we want to say hi to Cassie and Lisa and Crystal who are watching right now.
Hello.
Hello, ladies. So how are you doing? How are you doing with all this lockdown stuff. What's going on in Oklahoma?
Who, me? Lockdown stuff? It's
Yeah.
we're kind of like semi-quarantine. It's kind of like if you want to stay home, you probably should. Kind of. If you want to wear a mask, you can.
Yeah.
If you don't want to wear a mask, that's okay too. But you should just have your gun with you. We're all armed. You can wear a mask, but you should take your gun with you.
That would be frightening to me.
People are polite here.
Well, that's because they're Southern.
It's also because we're fucking armed.
It's crazy.
I love it. It's like living in the 80s.
It's like
people are charming. They're very sweet. They tell me to have a blessed day. I've lived in New York and Los Angeles. My neighbors never said have a blessed day.
Oh no, not in New York, definitely.
No, not in
They're
New
more
York.
like, get the fuck out of my way.
Get the fuck out the way, lady.
You're
And that was cool too. That was like our neighborhood lingo. But here it's have a blessed day. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
I love the picture of your finger.
Oh, you can see my face. Sorry. I'm looking at your face. I'm not looking over here. I was up all night. I had a big old stupid paper due this morning.
Yeah.
I was.
Well, you were way ahead of the curve in the sense that you're in online schooling.
Yeah. Well, I started going to grad school in 2018. So I've been gone for a while now. I like it. I have a 4.0.
Yeah, you love school, right?
I do love school. It's awesome. It's online. They've never met me, so I'm doing well. You know, like, you can't take comedians out of certain environments and put us into like academia and think everything's going to be great if we have to be there every day, because eventually we're going to start heckling. You know,
heckling the teachers.
It's going to happen. You know, and so this is awesome because I love my curriculum. I love my classmates. You know, some of us have very different opinions on stuff. Some of us have very similar opinions on stuff, but super cool people.
And you're taking psychology, right?
I'm going to be a counselor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a psychology class and I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but the instructor was telling us how people have these biological indicators that attract them to each other, like men and women. No. Different things. Like, for example, men are attracted with women who have really high eyebrows. You know, I'm talking about heckling here, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So men like women with high eyebrows, and women like men with low eyebrows, right? So I was with my teacher, and I was just like, the rest of the class. It's funny.
I don't get it. Because you had high eyebrows?
No. Pay attention. So men like women with high eyebrows. Right? They're attracted. They don't know this. She's telling us. People don't know what they're attracted to. Generally speaking, this is what she said. This was in the class. Men like women with high eyebrows. Right? So you see my eyebrows? Right? And women, I don't know what's happening right now.
Your dog misses me.
Women like men with really low eyebrows, like a lower eyebrow.
Like a Cro-Magnon?
Like a low eyebrow, like what I have right now on my face. I got low eyebrow. So for the rest of the class, I just did this to the teacher. I was like, I'm so confused. Okay.
I like big butts. Kim, show your booty. I like my girl's booty. So
you're liking school and you're liking Oklahoma.
Yes.
And you're not missing the comedy stuff at all.
No, I miss being silly on stage.
Yeah.
Because, I'm working in an environment now where you really can't be silly. Like, I can joke around with clients, but it's very inappropriate most of the time. So,
right.
It's just not a good idea. It's not good form.
Yeah.
So I miss being goofy with people, but I don't miss the ins and outs of it. No, I mean, no, my last show in Vegas, I was, in this really weird predicament where I was working for somebody who in my opinion was very dishonest, fired me from my show, said I was difficult to work with because I like to be paid on time and other things in the contract to go as planned.
Right.
I don't like being sexually harassed at my work and stuff like that. So I'm difficult to work with. Mind you, I never raised my voice or cursed or shouted or insulted any of my castmates, audience, him, the producer, nobody.
Right.
But that happened. And then I was like, you know what? I got sexually assaulted by my lawyer, who is a politician in Rhode Island. So it was like this whole bunch of stuff just kept happening. And I was like, you know, I think maybe I want to go to school and do something a little different for a little while.
But how long you did comedy for a really long time?
I did comedy since the 90s. I started in New York.
Yeah, that's a super long time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But it was very different back then. You know, we had bouncers and, you know, we had certain things that always kind of happen in certain clubs. And it's just changed a lot.
Right.
You know, things are going to change. It's evolution. So if you're not happy doing something that wasn't what you thought it was going to be, why keep doing it that way?
Yeah, you can change it whenever you want, right?
Yep.
So what are you doing these days? Are you allowed to say?
Well, these days I'm kind of working. I'm starting my practicum, but I don't really want to talk about it just yet.
Okay.
Because I know that I have like 3 active stalkers.
Oh, geez.
And yeah, the minute I talk about my personal or like new professional life, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You may want to switch your phone a little.
This way or this way?
That way, right there.
This way?
The other way.
This way?
I can see half your face.
That's good. That's a good look for me.
It's a really weird look, isn't it?
I didn't put any makeup on. I didn't put any.
You have a lot of sun going on in Oklahoma right now.
Sorry, girl.
That's okay.
It's my halo. It got moved.
You got the hillbilly hair going on.
The higher your hair, the closer you are to God.
Yeah. I'm so screwed.
That's all right. You got a baseball cap. Just flick it up. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah. So where are you at now? I know you're in the car. You just picked Kim up from work.
I picked Kim up from work, and we're on our way back home. And
I interrupted things.
Huh? No, I'm so happy to be here with you. I really thought it was going to be an hour different than not now. But that's not your fault. That's my fault.
What time is it there? 7:20? I
think so.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about the hour difference.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I'm in Oklahoma now. It just gets done when it gets done.
That's so funny. So tell what's the difference? Because I know you were living in New England before. That's a pretty big change to move to Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, I did it for a bunch of reasons. I wanted to get certified here.
Right.
Because Oklahoma has the top 5. We're in the top 5 for PTSD as a state, and I want to work with PTSD and trauma survivors. And I want to counsel moms who are getting out of prison and reunifying with their kids. And Oklahoma has a horrible distinction of locking up the most women.
Really?
Of any state, and most of them are non-white. And many of them are indigenous and Black, and they're already trauma victims when they're arrested.
Wow.
So I thought I want to come here and work with these women. And also my boo is from Oklahoma, so she wanted me to come to Oklahoma.
Right.
And then I was in Connecticut for the better part of 2 years. How long was I in Connecticut? I was semi off the grid.
Right.
After my sexual assault. And I was trying to find representation for my sexual assault, which, by the way, he's admitted to doing it. Richard Corley has admitted to the disciplinary council that he assaulted me. And I don't think he admitted to the sexual extortion. My fucking lawyer was trying to get me to sleep with him so I could see my kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. And he was also texting Kim, offering to impregnate her. One offer, rather. I guess I should be very explicit about this. Just one offer, unsolicited, offering to knock her up so that she could have a baby, basically.
Wow.
We never asked if we could have some of his disgusting spunk. Like,
Wow.
Yeah. And this is a politician in Rhode Island, and the AG's office is claiming not to have jurisdiction over sexual extortion and sexual assault.
Wow.
Yeah. So all that was going on in 2018, and that's when I started grad school. I was like, you know what? I'm stuck here off the grid for a bit. Let's do something with my mind. And so I was there in Connecticut, and I'll tell you something, no disrespect to the good people of Connecticut. I've got friends there that are like family to me, and they're wonderful. But I swear to Christ, after living in Connecticut for that long, I will never, ever feel suicidal. I am never going to threaten to kill myself. It is a weird place to be for that length of time when you don't expect to be there. Just hearing all of these people who claim to be progressive, liberal, and lesbian and pro-gay attorneys tell you they won't help you put your life back together after you're sexually assaulted by Richard Corley. So that's how I came to Oklahoma. I was like, you know what? I'm done with surly neighbors barking at each other, because that's the vernacular, and the cold and the bitter and the no fresh produce except for kale. You can get kale and beets. And I said, fuck this, I'm going to Smokelahoma. So I'm
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Icky, right?
Icky, very icky. Yeah.
Icky. But, you know, the good thing that came out of it is I'm here with my partner, and she's wanted me to move here since the 90s. So I guess she worked her black girl magic and manifested it through a weird series of events, because I never thought I would be here. And it's actually really wonderful. Except that
I know you like it an awful lot. You keep trying to get me to go, and I'm like, nope.
I want you and Steph to come out here with the fur babies for a few weeks and just enjoy it. It's lovely.
I think I drove through Oklahoma once. I think I'm good.
Well, see, the thing is, you usually just drive through it. Nobody really stays.
Yeah.
To check things out.
Not a lot to see.
There's cool stuff here. There's cool stuff.
I'm sure there's not some. I would imagine like Oklahoma City might be decent.
Oklahoma City's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as being able to do stuff, you know.
Well, everything's locked down anyway. And I mean, like, what? Are we reopening the country in June, September 2022? Are we all dead next month? I mean,
I think we're not all dead next month at all.
I don't know, girl. If this virus is as bad as some are claiming, I think we're pretty much dead already as a species, because people just can't follow basic instructions.
Yeah, well, you know, they have guns.
It's kind of cynical. Plus, we got leaders like Richard Corley trying to navigate us out of this.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, try the veal. I'll be here all week.
Say that again?
I said, try the veal. I'll be here all week.
Try the veal. So what's like? Let's change subjects a little bit. I know
getting too depressing.
You also do a lot of It's you also do a lot of. You have a really good podcast right now called Woman.
Oh, you're very kind.
Tell me about that a little bit.
It's Womanist to Society. And I interview activists from all around the world.
Yeah.
Artists, writers, people who are, again, like sometimes they don't share all of my beliefs, just like in class, but I like to talk to people who think differently than I do. I like the challenge of it. And just because somebody's doing something, like I interview Christians, you know, like, because you're doing something in your community that's open to all, and I don't identify as Christian doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk. Right. Doing something super cool that a gay and lesbian center could try with their kids. You know what I'm saying? It all kind of feeds each other.
Right.
And there's a lot of great people out there doing cool stuff, but most of them you won't hear about.
Yeah, I mean, you've talked to some pretty high profile people.
I did. I've had a lot of great guests. I'm really honored and humbled to speak with.
Yeah, and it's a good podcast.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do. I just feel like, you know, obviously
I must be one medicine, because I keep getting into these situations where I'm not the one who's acting disordered, and somehow I am the rock in people's shoes.
Right.
So I must be a menace to your little society, but seeing as how I'm a woman, that's probably what's inciting your problem with me. So,
Well, that does incite some problems.
ta-da. Yeah, I didn't realize how people hated women until the past few years, actually. I always had this kind of like, okay, we got beef, we got issues, we got gender bullshit, we got, internalized misogyny bullshit, we got societal misogyny bullshit. Men hate women. It's been my experience, and I had no idea until the past few years just how badly they hate us.
Yeah. Well, they definitely don't put us in a, huh?
Not individually. I'm not picking out like men individually,
Right.
but I mean as a collective, it couldn't be more obvious, especially where we are now.
Yeah, I think it depends on which men you're talking to and who's in power. If they're in power.
I think the mistake of patriarchy is thinking that there's anything other than what is, which is, we're basically lucky if we get to be heard.
That is also true. Yeah.
Yeah. And
God forbid if you pave your own way.
Huh?
God forbid if you pave your own way.
Well, if it's too much of an affront to,
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? I just feel like men validate themselves by their careers, and that's totally valid and that's totally cool. But I do feel like when you that's the word I'm looking for, challenge a man in his professional space, there can be retribution. And I just feel like it's coming to a head here. Like we're seeing it now as a society,
right?
Whether we know what we're seeing or not.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's in our collective unconscious that this is just the way it is.
I think change would be nice.
Change would be so good, wouldn't it?
It would be very nice. Yes, it would.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
We should do something.
This is interesting because I also pulled up another clip which I thought was your Civil War II clip.
Yeah.
And I want to add that and play that because I think it kind of goes along with some of the stuff that you're saying right now. But
yeah,
I want to talk about how you take what you're talking about now and turn it into something that people can laugh at on stage. Because I find that fascinating. Did you get that?
The clip?
No, well, I like the clip, but let me play the clip. Let me get it on here.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to it because I think it's such a good clip. Do you remember this?
I do, and I appreciate you saying that because I hadn't been on stage much before I went.
Right. All right, here we go.
It is your state nectar. It came out of my hotel tap. It was part of the Arizona package. Have some of our finest agave. Enjoy yourself. Hola. Gracias. Do some. I love tequila. I do. but you're in Vietnam, but you're in Saudi Arabia. You can have a rainstorm, a haboob.
I'm going to pause this for a second, Lisa, because apparently I might not have clicked the right thing here. So hold on just a second. I think I did. I think I forgot to add the audio. Technical difficulties. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I forgot to hit the audio. Here we go. Lisa Landry, part 2. Let me rewind this. Sorry, Lisa.
It's okay.
I'm drinking tequila tonight.
All right. We know if that's better. That should be better. Thanks, Rebecca.
It came out in the hotel tab. It was part of the Arizona package.
Have some of our finest agave. Enjoy yourself. Hola.
Gracias, Tucson. I love tequila. I do. I know we're drinking champagne tonight because it is the liquor of love. Make sure she drinks it. She gets the giggles, and then she's on your cock. That's how that happens. Trying to wingman, you know? I feel for a brother. Y'all had to come out tonight. Half of y'all want to be home masturbating watching the game, but here you are. Here you are, sucking it up because the love of your life is sitting right next to you, or you know? Either way, right, Blondie? You know what I'm talking about. You look Catholic. You know what I'm talking about. Are you Arizona? Are you from here, sweetheart? Where are you from? Cleveland. What the fuck happened? You're like, there's too much snow and carjackings here. I think I want to go to Tucson where it just happens to the mayor. You have to be real special to be held up for your SUV in Tucson. That's not me. I'm just Cleveland. Well, welcome to the desert. Isn't it great? I love Tucson. It's like you're in Los Angeles, but you're in Mexico, but you're in Vietnam, but you're in Saudi Arabia. You can have a rainstorm, a haboob, a tag sale. You don't know what's going to go down. This place is awesome. It really is. Like, I'm not an alarmist. I know some people think we're going to have a civil war. I think we probably are going to have a civil war. I like to ride it out here in Tucson. Like, you don't have a team. Fuck it. We're going to root for Mexico just for the taco trucks. Some people think we're going to have a thermonuclear war. I don't think that's going to happen. Again, I'm not an alarmist, but I would like to ride that out here. I mean, why would you want to have a nuclear war here? It looks like Arizona already took a direct hit and kept thriving. Really? Have you been on the 10 or the 17 or the 40 or the fucking 89A or any other route around here, sir? It's just dirt mounds with mountains and some carvings. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
I love that clip.
Thank you. That was fun. I like that show. I remember that audience. They were good times.
They sounded like fun. I just think it's very interesting how you brought in the Civil War and a thermonuclear war, and you made
you know what?
You made it funny.
Ah, thank you. You know, the war.
The war.
The war.
Yeah, I mean, I think comics are gonna have a fun time making this shit funny.
What, the Civil War too?
No, what's going on right now?
Which part of it?
All of it. It was really, I mean, we could probably make it funny if we were allowed to be on stage. You know?
I have no doubt. I mean, comedians are very, very creative, special people that will find the sliver of funny in anything.
Yeah.
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 Most definitely.
I think the last time I saw you was in January. Yes, it was in Virginia Beach.
We were in Virginia Beach.
That was fun.
That was
very, yeah.
That was great. That was a good time.
That was the last time you performed, right?
I think it was.
Yeah.
At least on stage, right back now. Yeah, that was the last time I was on stage. It was January.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all the chaos hit in March.
Yeah,
right?
but it was already here because you knew about it. You told me about it.
Yeah, I told you I was already drinking my Corona to build my immunity back in January.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I tell people that story all the time. But how did you know about it? Like,
because I drink Corona. Seriously, that's the only beer I drink. It's gluten free, and that's
no. But how did you know about the virus?
My girlfriend, right here, she's over here doing this. Me.
Oh, so Kim told you about it.
Kim told me.
And so how did Kim know about it?
I don't know. She was like, "You gotta start washing your hands." No, I'm just kidding. How did you know about the virus, baby?
I just knew.
She just knew. She just
felt
it. That's not what happened. That's what she's saying.
Oh, what happened?
Felt it. There's a disturbance in the force. I don't know. She was probably watching those science shows or something. She was real smart. She's always watching those health. Like, I'm into mental health and she's into like medical health.
Right.
We're almost one functioning person between the two of us. But I don't know how she found out about it. But how'd you find out about it?
I started hearing reports from internationally and across
she
the country.
Started hearing
about
reports
this odd illness.
About an odd illness. But she thinks she already had it.
And I've watched about 40 years of zombie movies.
She watched 40 years of zombie movies. That's the
other
reason.
So the zombie movies are what prepared her.
The zombie movies. We went, look, I'm telling you.
She's trying really hard to stay on the camera right now.
What happened? What happened?
She's trying really hard to stay on the camera.
Really is. She really is trying to stay off the camera.
I can see that.
Yeah, she really is. She's like hiding and everything. What? Oh, yeah. Like, we knew that it was coming. We didn't know it was going to be like, hunker down for a few weeks, you know. Like, this late night of pocket snacking, it's not good for me. I've put on 10 pounds in the past few
I don't
weeks.
think it's good for anybody.
But you know what I'm going to do? Like, I have surgical masks, okay? I choose not to wear them, but I think I'm going to start wearing them, like, at night so I don't eat. I think I'm going to put the mask on when I come home from the public so that I can't snack.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
It's probably more effective.
Or you could just get a CPAP machine.
A what?
A CPAP machine. That would work too.
What's that?
It's one of those breathing masks that help you breathe at night.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option. I could probably take a lot of weight off if I had like an actual machine.
Well, I mean, you'd have to carry it in with you.
Yeah. Well,
it's really attractive. It's really attractive. I have one.
Do you really?
Yeah, stuff is just like
sleep.
Huh?
Do you have to wear it to sleep?
It's for sleep apnea. Yeah.
If you don't wear it to bed, will you die?
Well, you could, I guess. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people have it. Yeah, what I didn't like about it, what I didn't like about it was that they would call me and they would say, "You're not using your CPAP machine enough." And I was like, "How do you know that?" And she's like, "Oh, we're tracking you." I'm like, "You're tracking me while I'm sleeping?" I'm like, "That's creepy."
That's totally creepy. Yeah.
She's like, "You need to wear it for at least 4 hours a night." I'm like, I wake up after 2 hours. I'm like, "Oh, I can't sleep anymore." And then I'm up for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's not good.
So for 2 weeks, every day she would call me. "You didn't wear your CPAP last night. You didn't wear your CPAP last night." And I'm like, this is just getting, and if I didn't answer her call, she would email me. And if I didn't answer the email, she would text me. And I'm like, this is creepy. No, this is
meeting.
This was no, this is what they do. Your insurance company pays for the CPAP machine, but they're wirelessly connected, right? For people to monitor your sleeping habits. They can tell when it's on and off by the flow of the oxygen, right? In, out, in, out. And if you're not wearing it for a minimum of 4 hours a night, they will make you pay for the machine.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll just pay for the machine because I don't want you watching me sleep. It's creeping me out.
Strap it on Steph while she's sleeping.
Yeah, we'll strap it on. All right. I'll strap it on to something. Yeah. So Yeah. So it's not you don't just need a mat. You could do a CPAP machine if you wake up a lot at night.
I just want to lose weight.
Well,
I
yeah.
put the mask over my face. I'm
Well,
just,
you know, you're in Oklahoma. You can walk everywhere.
We don't have a lot of sidewalks, you know.
Yeah. Well, you don't need them.
No.
You can walk past the cows.
Some people keep the cows in their front yard.
Yeah.
It's not like their actual front yard. Like they have a front yard, but then they have animals like right next to their front yard, which is sort of their front yard, but it's more the side of their house in the back.
Because they have like acreage.
It's called a pasture.
Or a farm, yeah. Not a yard.
If you want to get technical and shit, yeah.
I mean,
okay.
if you get technical, a little technical. That's hysterical. That's so fun. Steph says hi, Kim.
Steph says hi. I started.
He still doesn't want to be shown.
Doesn't want to be shown.
It's okay.
It's like my wretched ass can be on camera right now, but not her. And she looks awesome.
That's hysterical. Well, I know that you guys are driving home, so I won't keep you too much longer. But
I appreciate this fun, quirky, random interview with you. And I'm sorry that I was in the car.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm sorry that we got the time confused.
It's not you, it's me.
No, it wasn't you. It was me.
Us. So what are y'all doing tonight? Can you go anywhere? Can you do anything?
We choose not to.
Got it.
Yeah, we choose just kind of like stay close to home. They have as of what's today? Tuesday. As of tomorrow, it's mandatory that you wear a mask.
Really?
And if you don't wear a mask, you can get a $300 fine.
Are you kidding?
No, they're not gonna start the fines. If Springfield particularly, if they see you're not wearing a mask outside, the police will give you a mask to wear. I don't know how long that'll last. Probably maybe a week or so, and then they'll start fining people for not wearing masks. But Massachusetts has the third highest amount of cases. So if you want to reopen the economy, I guess you need to take as many precautions as you can.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody.
I would like to have the police give fines to people, mostly men, who don't wash their hands after using the bathroom.
Yeah, good luck with that. Can I wear a Cinderella mask if I come visit, or can I wear a Spider-Man mask? Or
I think you just have to wear a mask.
So any mask?
I think, yeah, like a face covering mask.
Okay.
Steph's been wearing hers every time she goes to the grocery store.
Aw.
Yeah.
We have people out here with them on, but it's not like mandatory.
Yeah.
It's, if you want to.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a very good idea.
But it is a better idea just to wash your hands.
I mean, you did say that we're all going to be dead in a month, so,
Well, like you said, dudes don't wash their hands.
It's
Women always have to
optimistic.
run after little children. We're dead. We're fucking dead. And people just can't follow basic instructions. We forget.
It's hard to forget this one.
Well, you're trying to contain a virus. First of all, you really can't contain viruses. And then secondly, if you're containing a virus that's highly transmittable, maybe you shouldn't have, I don't know, drive-thrus open where people are exchanging cash and saliva and all kinds of residue from stuff.
Yeah.
Touching your napkins. Let me take my gloved hand that just touched change and put napkins and forks into your bag. Don't get sick. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, none of this has made sense.
I mean, I hate to be cynical, but let's all just wash our hands and hope for the best, and hope that we can social distance whenever possible. Yeah. And if you don't have to go out to work right now, please, take advantage of the fact you don't have to leave the house and you can still afford to be there.
2 months is a long time.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're a minimum wage worker at Taco Bell, it's okay for you to get dead. But,
Steph says she'll never use a public restroom again.
What happened?
What? Yeah, what happened, Steph? Why wouldn't you use a public restroom ever again? She probably told me and I was not paying attention.
Does that happen to you? Because that happens to me and my girl too. I never
Yeah.
realized how annoying women could be, and how, not annoying like that, but just like it really does become la 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 la.
Does she not listen, or do you not listen?
She doesn't listen.
I don't. She don't listen to me either. She just caught me last week not listening to her, and I caught her not listening to me yesterday. And we were both like, "Wow, maybe dudes are right. Maybe sometimes we are hard to understand."
I think we are sometimes very hard to understand, and I don't think that.
What?
I think we're very hard to understand.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that, like, I have some friends who are like, I wish I could be gay. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work like that, for one. And two,
Yeah.
it's not, there's not a huge difference. You still have problems. You still have relationship issues. I mean,
you do have problems, but she's never threatened to stalk me or rape and kill me.
Well, that's because she's a good person.
That's an upgrade.
I would like to think that most men don't do that. I think men in power try to do shit like that, but not all men in power, you know?
No.
But it's not
Honestly,
just a male female.
I don't think all men are like that at all.
Yeah.
No, I do not. I think there are a lot of wonderful men out there. I'm not bashing dudes at all, for real. But yeah, just the ones that, I mean, you know, I don't have a type, I have a pattern.
Right. I got you.
I'm much happier with Kim.
No, I'm very glad that you're happy. That makes me very happy.
It's a sweet baby. Plus, we live in Oklahoma, so if we get too mad at each other, you know, we'll shoot out. Don Lemon will show up with, like, you know, activist groups on our front lawn.
Right. Yeah, you guys have the bases covered.
We have to keep our shit in check.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go so you can get home, because I know that you need to. I don't want you sitting in the car like that. But I love you and I miss you.
I love and miss you too very, very much.
I'm glad that you're in school and staying busy and you're loving Oklahoma.
I love Oklahoma and I love school. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're with your boo.
I'm with my boo. And I'll be back on stage. We'll do something in the future, you know.
Well, I'm sure we will. I'm not too worried about it. It might be in the distant future, but that's okay. In the meantime, we'll all stay connected and we'll do our best.
Yes, and you're doing this, and this is awesome. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're very welcome. I love you guys. You guys drive safe, okay?
Okay, I love you.
Lisa,
too.
Stay on for just a second.
Jess.
Stay on for just a second. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't close off your phone. But this is why we're leaving.
I dropped it.
Don't turn off your phone. Let me get out of this real quick and end the broadcast. Okay. Don't turn off your phone, okay? All right. So you guys, thanks again for joining us tonight. If you want to see Lisa, you can check her out at lisalandry.com. I'm sure she would love it. She has 4 albums for sale on there, and she's extremely funny. So give her a shot. And if you like the video, please let me know by liking it. That's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Good night.